we play.
Okay, but where's your confidence at? Because you've beaten these guys 2 times before, also on stage to lift the trophy before.
Like, yeah, of course we haven't lost a map to them, but I don't think that matters because, you know, it's major. Anything can happen. It's not even best of 5. Anything can happen here.
And that's the beauty of the major as well. But what would it mean to you personally to be able to win again here and go on to win the whole major?
Of course, I enjoy playing on a big stage more than online. And of course, I would like to win a major. That anything that matters to me. I just want to win.
I like it. There we go. We're getting some right words from you. Kerrigan. Well, we know they love you, and you're back in the Royal Arena once again. Feel like home?
Yes, I think it feels like home, right, guys?
Now, one thing you've always been amazing at is getting the crowd on your side, but I don't think it will be hard at this time. But you told me, not coming in as the favourites, it changes things for you. So what is the feeling in the team right now?
I think we're feeling good. We are go against somebody who wants to take the first place from us. I think this game determines a lot right now. How the landscape is going to go forward. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. And I need everyone to shout in here and just cheer for great CS. That's what I need today.
And I'm sure they will. But I have to ask you, you're coming into this, right? And yes, you're facing up against Spirit again, but it's been struggles against them. Have you been able to see anything different? Have you been able to change anything to make it a different result this time?
I think everybody knows that you learn the most when you lose. That's where you need to show great adaptability. And I think coming into this best of 3, we know what we did wrong, we know what we need to do good. Now it's all about doing the perfect game plan. And if you don't do that, we're not gonna win. But I know if we play like FaZe Clan, we can win every team in the world.
And that's what it's all about. Good luck, have fun, guys. The stage is set, and it definitely sounds like the Royal Arena is ready. Are you ready for this? I want to hear every single one of you cheer, roar, and enjoy this moment. It's FaZe taking on Spirit.
Unbelievable job, Banks, but they got to deal with us for a little bit more, so I feel like they'll feel hoodwinked after that one. There's a couple of things I want to pick up there. I love what Kerrigan said there about looking at the bigger picture, about what this means in terms of if they, I mean, I'm reading between the lines, if Spirit beat them again, that then means, okay, maybe the mantle has shifted, but if FaZe are able to do it, then they are back maybe on a road back to an era.
I think Jason has said it a couple of times, you know, you laid out the groundwork for it. You're not wrong saying that if Spirit were to win this game, they can't be crowned, or win the major for that matter as well. Of course, we crown them as the best team in the world, especially considering how well they played in 24. Whereas if FaZe were to beat them, I feel like it doesn't only open up the conversation for who's the best team in the world, it opens up the entire major. It also opens up the second bottom of the bracket. I think then, you know, EF, NAVI, you name it, the team from that one, Mouse, who's played fantastically well, they can also look at FaZe Vitality and say, we can beat them. The only team I feel is somewhat unbeatable right now is Spirit, so if FaZe can do that for the rest of the teams at the tournament, it opens up the landscape completely.
Yeah, but it also signals to the rest of the landscape that FaZe did show up on the stage in that scary level of FaZe, the one that Kerrigan's referencing. You asked me what I wanted before we kind of went to that interview. I waffled a little bit, but really what I want to see is that FaZe that we all expect to show up here in the quarterfinals, that FaZe that has shown they are the best team in the world time and time again, because win or lose, if we get that FaZe, this game's going to be absolute fire.
Yeah, I want to see that FaZe clan show up as we get into the map, Fido, in just a second. In terms of the crowd, I talked to Constantine from Spirit a little bit, and I asked him, you know, they're always against you in the arena, and he says, we don't care. It started with Magix and Chopper and Hallie back in Rio when there was kind of an unfortunate event and everyone started booing us. It kept going in Katowice. They really don't care, and that's good because that means it doesn't influence their counter-strike, and that means that on the other side, perhaps, we're going to see a reinvigorated FaZe that does have everyone behind them.
If anything, you can use that energy against you. We've seen that with Heroic as well, you know, traveling the world. It was always the world against Heroic. KDM was very great at honing that energy and making it, listen guys, it's everyone against us. If Spirit can do the same thing, maybe it's even a positive for them.
I don't think even Spirit probably is honing in on that too much. Maybe they are, but I think on the other hand, they're just saying, we're supremely confident. Who the hell cares? Another game for us. Map veto is kind of interesting. Kind of the conversation is, does FaZe float the veto of Vertigo? And they do it.
Oh, that is interesting, right? So Vertigo is for the picking. It's not going to happen. Spirit likes to play Mirage. They're going to pick Mirage. So well done to FaZe Clan.
I never thought there would be any danger, really, because I don't.
No.
I mean, FaZe is Vertigo. They haven't played it since November. It is going to be the third and final.
Whoa.
Yeah, because if you're Spirit, you prepare for this. You prepare for the float. You prepare for the potential pick. And teams have kind of decided that Vertigo is maybe a little bit of a weakness for Spirit, but they've now played it so many times since the RMR where we first saw that weakness. I think Spirit's going to be pretty strong.
I love that. I love that. It's a statement for Spirit as well, because as you said, everyone saw it. Everyone saw Vertigo being as a bit of a weakness. Everyone was starting to pick into Vertigo against Team Spirit. We saw Mouse do it at the RMR as well, but they had 3 weeks to prepare Vertigo for this tournament. So what a way to pull it out. If we were to need a third map, I'm curious to see if Donk is still playing as the anchor on the B bomb side. I'm curious to see if Donk is still, not the same Donk as he is on every other map when it comes to Vertigo, but it does require FaZe to push it to that third map, and that's going to be tough.
What does your gut tell you? It's going to be tough with Mirage and Nuke specifically?
Yeah, I think FaZe so far have looked great on Nuke at this specific tournament. They have played it twice against each other. Spirit won both times, but we did see Spirit lose to NAVI at this tournament. And Kerrigan said it himself, you learn an awful lot when you lose against a team and then get to replay them once more. They've done that 2 times now on Nuke, so I hope to see a better FaZe come.
Yeah, putting stock in the whole third time's the charm kind of a situation.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the thing. You have some chances to recover. You have some chances to look at these maps. And this also is going to be where you contend, with this map, obviously, on Nuke, you're going to have Donk outside, but you also have Shiro and Zontix who are going to be extremely strong. And this is where, if you wanted to actually do a little bit more research, not into your own games, but you look at the way Navi was able to find ways to beat them. You look at ways Alexi was able to kind of negate them outside and put a stop to their kind of initial plans on these maps. There's a real chance here. But this match is about taking the crown away from FaZe.
Absolutely, and looking at the bigger picture of this tournament, of this major, of the CS2 scene in general, and I hope it is an unbelievable matchup and we get what we deserve when we take a look at Team Spirit versus FaZe for a spot in the semi-final with Sponge and Machine.
All right then, Copenhagen, are you ready for some Counter-Strike? T-Star for Team Spirit. FaZe Clan onto the CT side, and it's interesting that Kerrigan expects this one to be a barn burner. The fact that he knows if they play FaZe Clan game, we kind of know the Spirit are a known quantity. If FaZe can match them, this could be one hell of a Counter-Strike game, Chad.
Yeah, just a quick little tech pause. We'll get the hiccups out of the way. That'll give us a moment to marinate in the Royal Arena. Just a slight mic issue. No dramas. We've been here before. We've seen this story. It was just over a month ago in Katowice. It was a grand final. It was a best of 5, and it was all Spirits all the way. That was Donk's coming out party, showing to the world, hey, you want to set more bars? I'll continue to leap and bound all over them. Plenty of ifs and buts have been labelled for this one. If FaZe can wake up on the stage, if Spirit will shrink under the pressure.
Yeah.
Nothing stopped them so far.
No, and me and you were side by side in Katowice when the first shellacking happened. We had all these expectations of grandiose grand finals, and it ended up kind of petering out into a one-sided slobber knocker.
Yeah, disbelief.
Hurting them.
It felt like disbelief as map number 3 was unfolding, and they were just being absolutely destroyed on Overpass. But we are starting on Mirage. Freeze time ticking down, and we can let you know what that means. We're about to get things underway. This Spirit roster played Mirage 11 times, lost it once, and that was to Mouse at the RMRs. That was the only time they've lost a series this year without the caveat stand-ins. So this is home turf for Spirit.
It's a very heavy utility pistol, a call from Chopper out of the gates.
It's like an A execute. You're going to have one player over towards Ticket. That's Rain. Lowest rated player for FaZe so far, but major MVP once upon a time.
He tends to be considered a big game player. Well, no bigger game than this. Single elim, MR12, best of 3. For all the marbles for a semi-final. Here comes the utility. Rain missing off a couple of shots there. They're taking the site, seizing it. As Donk does manage to find the head of 2. Good clicks, but there's Rain and Brokey. 3 versus 3 tips the scales further with Shiro. Frozen ahead of the smoke, had a chance, but it's Chopper straight to his head. And Carrigan in a 1v3.
The captain's clutch on the captain's stage. The Dane with it all to do. First, second, can't connect the dots. Zontix will take him down. And that safe pair of hands, Zontix, starting off with some impact, silencing the leader before it can get out of control.
It's gotta feel good when you've had so much time to kind of stew on it, when you've had so much of a time between your last game and this one. Just thinking, you know, in your head, as an IGL, I'm sure Chopper's been going, how do I open Mirage? What's the pistol call? How do we start as we mean to go on? And it starts strong.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. And a big conversation, obviously, by the desk and by the people at home, and I'm sure by many Counter-Strike fans in the arena. Vertigo. It's been said that it's a Spirit weakness. Well, you know, Spirit have been playing good teams on Vertigo. It's not like they've been losing to teams who have it as their permaban, and, well, it is FaZe's permaban. They haven't even played it with Frozen, and I say that because, well, once upon a time, FaZe are the type of team to pull it out as a strange pick or leave it in the veto. We saw it against ENCE when they were able to win Pro League, pick themselves up the Grand Slam. So, you know, they're able to pull it out when necessary. And Spirit are the ones who chose to punish with that. They removed Ancient in the final ban within the veto, take us to Vertigo as the third and decider, and that's if we need to get there.
I messaged you, Chad. I said, what are the chances of Vertigo? And you said, if FaZe pick it, it's a sign of them already being weak.
Yeah, I thought it's a sign of no confidence. It's like, well, we can't beat them on any of the maps that we actually play. We have to go for a bogey map.
But floating it to the third and having Spirit pick it, what does that do to them, to the lay of the land?
Well, this is the thing. Would Spirit have been prepping for it? They must have known it could have been a possibility. But how much time would they put into it? It's one of those games where they go, we'll just play our game right, and hope that it stands up to the test. So this is where FaZe, if they knew that it was going to go through as the third or it was an option, you'd be hoping they prepped heavy to try and find some of those hiccups that other teams have been able to identify in the game.
Jacob raised the point about Bianca Donk. I wouldn't be surprised if he sticks around on that. We'll find out, of course, if it's required.
I think we heard from Zontix as well in an interview earlier in the event say they don't even think Vertigo's a weakness for them.
No.
Well, back in with another tech issue. And there's some donk found.
Oh, wow, that's impressive.
Beautiful bit of artwork there. Hand drawn. I'm not sure with the hand in the cast.
No, but beautiful.
That's the right or the left.
Very impressive. Got the whole squad there. I can see a magic to Chopper. There is no end to Counter-Strike fans' creativity. I mean, I'm not saying I get all of them.
No, I don't know what that is.
No, I don't know what that is.
No.
Maybe it's their pal.
It could be their buddy. Shout out.
I saw a nice crochet FaZe Clan logo.
Really?
In the lobby. Yeah, very impressive.
Okay. We had at the start of the day, Richard doing a bit of a temperature check, checking in on G2, checking in on a Hooksy. It didn't actually feel like there was many Hooksy fans in the venue at all.
Oh man, I don't know.
That VP win seems to be a loss for G2 and the second Dane that we have donning the arena tomorrow.
Yeah, that is a weird twist and turn. I wasn't expecting here in Copenhagen. Thought it was almost a guarantee that Hooks would be getting a lot of love here. But for a Thursday, I have to say, Royal Arena already got a good amount of bombs in seats. We've got drums in seats, and we've got round two ready to get back underway.
You know, it isn't a full force flash from FaZe. There's going to be a couple of flashes on Carrigan. Drops into a P250. The rest just with the USP. So how much damage can FaZe do in round number two? Carrigan with the flashes at the ready. Zontic's having a look. And backs off immediately. Mid control, sprawled. Towards the top mid box is Chopper. Has the support of Shiro. Having a very good event is Shiro. And over towards the B-Apps Magics now through the underpass. Being diligent. Want to identify first and foremost, is it a FaZe force? Is it a FaZe eco? Shouldn't be too many dramas in this unless it's a perfect flash and a fight from FaZe.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
It's something.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. Carrigan had options if they were quick, and there goes the first flash. They'll try and seize ramp control, but Chopper's going to be picturing in nicely. Hang on! With a double dink out of Rain, that USP has done more than they were expecting. Rain's even taken a heavy chunk out of Magic's as well. Stop! Whoa, he didn't clear his corners!
They're both low.
They are both low. There is a world where Robs can do this.
Quiet this tournament. Question marks around Robs. Where has he been?
He's a smart cookie, is Robs, and for now, taking advantage of the CT side, repositioning behind his smoke.
Yeah, has the bomb on his side of the fence. Shiro ready for the round the world maneuver while the smoke is up. So going to allow this one to subside. About 35 seconds left on the clock. It's going to have to be a great trade for the two of them here, and this is difficult with Robs' position. Could be round number 2 for FaZe.
This would be crazy, a full economical, a couple of flashes from Karrigan. There's such good trade potential, but Robs, he knows they're low. Rain hits some absolutely fantastic.
Oh, they got the pump.
Oh, they did. They just snuck it away. Just like that. He was looking for the tips of their toes, and it's still not a guarantee. Shiro hears him, and down he goes, saved by Shiro.
Well handled with poise and grace from Spirit. The smoke comes up, they don't rush the issue, they allow it to subside, they creep in quietly, carefully, and rip that bomb under the nose of Robs. That's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it really could have gone wrong. In my world, I was seeing that Galil, just one little spray, brah, both gone. They were so low, so susceptible to that Galil spray. I loved his elevated angle, but yeah, restraint. It works out for Spirit, and what was supposed to just be a nice little stroll in the park got a bit scary, but a 2-0 nonetheless.
Or into the guns. Brokey has his primary weapon of the AWP out to play. Brokey's going to take that towards B, see if he can deal with Zontix and Donk.
Powerful angle, this one. He's actually chosen to elevate further.
Plenty of business on the other side, and if they wanted to bully Karrigan, well, they've got to deal with the big green.
Perhaps targeting Karrigan's sight. This is Brokey. It is a much shot, and he delivers. Strong start for FaZe into the guns. Brokey's Orpra field. Does that curtail the commit? I don't think it does.
Well, if you can still land your utility on point, the AWP going to have a difficult time. Silent crawl up cap from Chopper. There's another one from Brokey.
Stunning work onto Donk. Chopper's applying pressure. He's been loud about this. Karrigan ready. Brokey still locking down the side. Karrigan catches Chopper unawares. One back from Shiro, but this round is done, folks. Shiro up against the world. 1 versus 4. A bomb plant would go a long way, but Rob's on site, not going to allow that. Karrigan down, picks it up. First FaZe Clan round on the board early.
Yeah, playing ahead of the execute there. The AWP finding clear impact from Brokey. And there's the Rain support in the crowd, the family, alongside to see if they can succeed once more in this FaZe jersey. Brokey's opening onto Zontix and then onto Donk, the 2 major rookies. First major, first playoff, and coming in as the favorites. But all that damage they took in round number 2 has echoes of effect. Donk with an AK, pistol upgrades with some util for the rest of Team Spirit. Working on the mid control and seeing if they can get Donk started. 3 kills so far. Chopper rising to the top of the world ranks of in-game leaders. A lot of discussion about him and what he's been able to achieve. Flubbed run boost. That doesn't look pretty.
Yeah. Doesn't cost them too much, but they put a lot of investment into Donk on the rifle.
Pretty standard anti-eco or anti-force setup from FaZe. They're not playing aggressively window and connected to give away rifles. They're more sight-centric.
Oh, considerable damage from the HE onto Zontix. Rain unloads his magazine, and it's just shy of this crawl up cap. Late on the smoke, it's a little late. Maybe, oh yeah, he does spot one. Good idea as to where they're going, what their objective is. Up short, Karrigan and Frozen.
Brokey shifted over. There's 3 here to defend for FaZe.
Donk, given this rifle for a reason, spotted out and deleted. It's Karrigan in combination and sending them right back to spawn. 5 alive for FaZe.
Tidy rounds, very important. Really, with the pistol loss and the second round being so competitive, with these 2 on the trot, confident counter-strike from FaZe. Heard from Karrigan in the pre-game interview saying if they play like FaZe Clan, something that seems to have been lacking, not taking those peaks, not going for those wider swings, not backing their aim, which has been their brand. It's the superstars, it's the rock stars.
And the rock star, you know, I've got my eyes on him. Want to see if Robin Gall's got it in him. Some very uncharacteristic postings of ratings in this tournament so far.
Yeah, desk highlighted. It's going to be Glocks.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop Brokey having a little cheeky look, see?
Well, don't allow this round to fester for too long. FaZe know exactly what they're up against, understanding the financial situation.
Oi.
Donk Coppin had a hefty bit of damage there from that HE. It's understandable, right, in these type of rounds if you know that a team is going to try and bully your in-game leader. We've seen it plenty of times before. Back in the day when Zeus was still on NAVI, right, that's then simple with the AWP over towards the site to back him up.
Right.
Be that third piece, make sure that they can't just exploit that site. And then you go, well, we can't just keep returning to B because what if the AWP is the game plan? What if he's there the entire time?
That's the word I was about to say myself. We heard it from Carrigan in the pre-match. Game plan. And so far, their game plan seems to be going and working wonders. Carrigan, lovely little transfer there on the anti-eco. Yeah. Oh, that'll do something for the confidence for sure. The showman.
Yeah, that's it.
In the Royal Arena.
Oh, this is his palace right now. Takes the crowd everywhere he goes, it seems, Mr. Finn Anderson. One of the best to ever do it in terms of getting the crowd on your side, playing along with them, and forcing Team Spirit into their first tactical timeout. Hallie with an opportunity to get on the mic. The same for Neo, an absolute legend of the game. Now in that phase jersey. Well, this is just an eco bash. But still, great to see Carrigan settling in for a couple of tidy frags. They all matter, someone's got to get them. No AWP yet to speak of for Shiro. Finances are not there. Galil in the hands of Magix. And an insta window deployed. AWP of Brokey floating now. Will be starting over towards connector. Aggression from Rain towards ramp. Big setup here.
This is dynamic. If he's actually going to push on that. Ooh, he's... What? Rain out dueling the donk.
Oh, Donk swinging into that, had a good idea to push off the back of the flash, and those are the type of kills you expect Donk to be hitting, so Rain.
How many years are between those two players right there? My gosh.
Well, that's a huge opener to find. This year, FaZe and Spirit have tussled a couple of times. Mirage has been on the agenda, both times falling in favor of Spirit.
Yeah, 12-year difference, 12-year age gap. And Rain out-duels him with quick reactions. Full open runway to this site, though, Chad. Oh, info at the bare minimum.
They're not pushing the issue, still worried. It's been a rotation from FaZe. They've gambled towards the other side of the map. Brokey, can he make a dent?
Oh, he can. He certainly can. Through the corner, puts Zontix low. He's starting to become aware of the position. You can see they're already T-spawned. The bomb yet to be planted. Chopper making sure that's done now. The clock will be extended, and Spirit establishing and erecting a post-plant. It's Carrigan in the feed to make it a two-round, or rather two-kill discrepancy. Magix and Shiro combined to change that narrative. Here comes Brokey, deleted by Chopper.
Still got Util for the retake. Molly, Smoke, Heichi. There's a way in.
There's certainly a way in, but Shiro, that Molly's going to force him wide into the fight, or can he go back? Finds a safe haven. A misplaced on the incendiary. Rob's trying to clear out Chopper. Time becoming a factor. There's no time here for Frozen. Cut his losses, get out. And Chopper, he will find that AWP as well as round 3.
That was a massive advantage for FaZe in that one.
It was.
The fact that Carrigan, sure, almost made a meal of it, but takes down Zontix, low on HP, coming back towards that ramp. I feel like they had a big number advantage, but stepping up some of the unlikely candidates. Donk goes down early, Zontix the next to fall. And it's the supporting cast of Spirit to secure round number 3. Chopper with some impact, they held on. You see it here again. Shiro stepping out, dealing with Rain already low from the initial exchange. Magix and then Chopper, all 3 of them, just immediately lighting up the scoreboard. Heavy through underpass right now from Spirit.
Double AWP in the mix. Nade on the smoke there. Frozen and Chopper doing battle. And
okay.
Frozen just locks through the smoke into Chopper. It could be Carrigan's AWP onto Zontix. Every round so far, Chad, has felt very unpredictable for the T side, knowing what they're up against.
We just had a 3-on-5, but Romps this time, he's the one let off the leash. Going, looking, another shot from Carrigan. There's pressure coming his way. Support available.
This is huge.
Yeah, there's no way back if you're Spirit. There's still over a minute left on the clock, and they've been locked down.
Jumping to clear that. Magix, he's going to be punished. Solid work from Robs. He knows he's done enough. Gets away with his life as well. Team Spirit succumbing to some of these opening gambits. FaZe have thrown their way, pulling out the double orb just after letting one slip away.
Well, Robs didn't have success from this position in the clutch, but it's a whole different story this time round. Only 30 seconds remain. And how much is Robs hearing? Because if we see the pieces on the map start to gravitate back, it means he's heard an awful lot. Always worried about a slip in this 2v5 situation. It should be a shutdown for FaZe. Might even just be a save. Spirit, they are locked in. Rob's starting to push and clear spawn. Doesn't see anything. 10 seconds left on the clock. And do they want to throw guns into this phase? The only one who could fight would be Rain. Looking likely to investigate.
If you die after time, you'll only have $200 if you're Shiro. 500 now as he gets the frag, and yeah, dissuades anything further from Rain.
Well, that's going to do the openings, right? Frozen getting a freebie onto Chopper through that top mid smoke, and then Karrigan's AWP, and Karrigan at the tippy top of the scoreboard. The man on your screen has forced another tactical timeout out of Spirit already within this first half of play, and that's going to be a really positive sign. It means you're putting them under pressure. They're having to need a conversation. Donk still held to only 3 frags. It's Shiro at the top of the scoreboard for the Dragon. As far as the loss bonus is concerned, it's 2,400 into the next. It'll just have to be these 2 saved rifles, but you're in a bad spot regardless. They didn't get any loss bonus, so next round...
What was this? Oh.
A premonition.
Yeah, it's, you know, it looks quite reminiscent of Donkin, Kato, and Yard doing these kind of smoke spams, just getting that little premonition, as you put it.
But they're quite neutered now.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Spirit really aren't able to get away with the fights they're looking for. They can get in towards the side. It can be difficult to deal with, as we've already seen. Now, they've decided to force. Zontix buying quite late out of spawn. Its Chopper went in, but Magix and Zontix didn't. So this is an interesting investment, considering the finances.
Very interesting. They look to be aiming once again at Karrigan's bomb site. This time, however, the support network is a little further astray. They've trusted Karrigan with the big green to be able to hold on to this site relatively isolated. I say that. Frozen, he's close by. Coming in. Flashes high. Karrigan, what have you got? Good Molotov, and actually hits the leg shot onto Magix. He's the only one further forward. They're going to double pump this. Karrigan doesn't hit the shot, known to be quite the AWP. Different stages in his career. Support there. Down goes Karrigan, though. It's Donk in the feet. Oh, Frozen puts it one into his head. It's all Frozen there. Brokey finishes one off with the flames. It's Donk in the clutch. An ace clutch demanded of Donk, and Brokey's had absolutely none of it.
They picked up the AWP, so that's something that FaZe want to continue forward, is this double AWP setup. But one of the keys right there, and it's just a little detail, the finances did not allow Spirit to have a smoke to extinguish that molly. So Frozen bailing out that B pressure, only one player able to push through, the rest not able to brave the flames. And again, it's another one of these buys where Spirit are lacking. Loss bonus is not there. Deagle's Tech 9 scout for Shiro.
Some degree of intention on the left side of our screens.
Well, note that the AWP that Rops picked up has not gone back into the hands of Karrigan. They're trying to keep this CT side unpredictable.
Absolutely. Well, it certainly seems like that's been going to plan so far. Now it's Robs and Karrigan adopting this more forward position towards short side. Good flash. Sets him up for success. It's Frozen racking him up. Taking down Chopper, the head of the Dragon. Oh, hello. That's a Donk Deeg. Dispatches of Karrigan, puts a rifle into his hands. This could change the narrative completely. If Frozen gets caught by the scout, but he lives on. Flames put him low. Frozen 18 points of health as Magic's getting that bomb in. This is threatening now from Team Spirit.
This is very tough for FaZe to retake. Sure, they have a lot of utility, but the bomb's down ticking and rotation is just heading over to the party now. Oh, Zontix. This is a play. This is a big play.
He's getting cheeky with it. Up on the fade. Frozen deleted. His head exposed. It's Robs. Holds firm with the USP. Brokey next victim. It's Donk, who has brought this round into reality. One Deagle headshot, and yeah, Robs is already getting out of there. Not even fully invested, Chad, but a Deagle headshot built upon by the rest of the team.
Yeah, and look, when they took the timeout, the second timeout, Donk only had 3 kills. Now he's up to 8. So finding impact in the last few, and that's what we expect from the new star. 17 years young, and the new phenomenon of Counter-Strike delivers around for Spirit. Throwing this back to just a 1-round game. As far as opening duels are concerned, they've only been able to win out 1 on this teaser. The rest have been falling in the favor of FaZe time and time again. 4 for Frozen, 2 for Rain, scatter a couple across Carrigan and Brokey. And I think that was with the AWPs.
Yeah, I mean, even in that one, they didn't get the opening. It was just well found by Don coming out abs, catching Carrigan.
Putting them in a position of conversation, have Spirit. Finance is starting to run a little bit dry for FaZe. Next round with a 1900 loss, which is going either way. It's the back and forth nature of this half so far. FaZe might be bottoming out without the save. There's the Deagle on the replay. And Zontix, yeah, you could see making that play. He could have been caught. There was the late rotation point coming in to deal with him from market. But happy with that one. It's a very important round. Spirit win this, they could really run away with the half.
Certainly could, Chad. However, Robs on the AWP, firing off an early warning shot. They've got Brokey back to start towards the second letter of the alphabet. Chopper, quick, large and in charge, up towards Con. With no initial resistance. It's a nice angle for adopted by Robs, but how does this penny drop? How does this opening kill transpire? Let's find out.
I would have seen the trajectory of the util, so Chopper aware he's going to park himself over towards Delpan. Rotation back around the world. With a lot of mid-pressure felt early, there are some gaps that FaZe have to worry about. A window boost will always start to present a couple of problems. Up close and personal towards a Frozen, traditionally over towards Short. Now finding himself helping Rain on the defense.
Walking on in, a jiggle, an incendiary should be fine for Rain. Oh, say that, woof. Loses a great deal of his health, has to stand his ground, trying to brave it was Donk. Look at that. The young'un thought he had it in him, tried to push the flame, got pulled back by his teammates, 12 HP on him. Chopper in con side, supported by the Shiro Orb. The final finish here. FaZe's setup seems good for this, and Chopper, he has opened the floodgates now. Rob's firing off a warning shot. They're waiting for him to repeat. Frozen goes on. What? Carrigan just takes down Chopper. Finds the fight. Magic's not clearing. Frozen solid. And just like that, the CT side find their 6th. It's Frozen with a multi-kill triple from the Slovakian.
Yeah, it's something that FaZe likes to do, right? Using one of their loose pieces. One of the traditional B defenders over towards Short would be Frozen, and he tucks in towards A. So if you're playing Counter-Strike by the nameplates, might go overlooked. You already dealt with Rain. He's meant to be the anchor. There's an AWP over towards Ticket. What does this setup look like? Great work from Frozen. That impact, replacing an individual like Twist, someone who would always find impact in the big games. Big shoes to fill. This one hurts for Spirit. The success of the Deagles now back down to them.
I feel like they've been here an awful lot on this T side.
Yeah, Finance is not on their side. Around like that, we want to try and at least get the bomb down. Not the case, as they do set up for an A execute. Roki and Rain once more.
Solid setup again. Should be comfortable to receive this.
Problem is, Robs has to respond with a second AWP from Connector. They're so close.
Brokey onto Chopper, it keeps it clean. And it's Rain down after 1. Robs, combat AWPing, you can see just dipping back towards the stairs. Hang on, Dom. Oh, he is putting pressure onto Brokey. How does he find the headshot there? Averts his gaze for a moment, and a quick scope from Donk. He could do more. He certainly could do more. Nails Robs, it's Frozen to break Donk's heart.
No bullets left in that AWP just there. Just wanting to take the fight, but they were already coming to him.
I really thought he was cooking, Chad.
If he still had bullets in the AWP, he's rounding that corner with that in hand, and that could have been his round.
Oh my God, he preheated the oven. He cracked a couple of eggs. I thought he was cooking. 2 bullets left. You're right. This was such a smart pre-aim onto Robs, but onto the Deeg. Frozen saves FaZe from red faces. 7 in the bag.
Spirit looking to salvage this with a 5th of their own. Back into the AK, still lacking slightly in U2. Early pressure towards middle. Chopper looking for that space once more, but he's going to have company from short. Frozen this time aggressive. He's won out this fight several times. Chopper's missed the chop. It's the chance. The Chopper is going to correct.
Yeah, Robs reveals himself. Look at where Robs is taking these shots from. He was in the underpass with the AWP. Now Rain gets the flag. All of their homework is being thrown in the bin right now as FaZe's CT side constantly changing forms. Metamorphizing Magics and Zontics though. Tooth and nail, 2v2. One bullet left for Brokey. Nade looks good. Zontics on your end, son! Oh, that's a nice angle. He's isolated the 1v1. Brokey will close what could have been so many times. Carrigan getting the Royal Arena on his side, and one hell of a first half of Counter-Strike from FaZe.
Hey, look at the pace of some of those rounds, and the skirmishes coming their way. FaZe is a team that we'd always talk about once upon a time who liked to take those heads-up fights, like the jewels to come their way, and they definitely did. Fantastic half from FaZe Clan. That devastation that Carrigan felt in the loss in Katowice, you saw it on his face. There was tears. They got absolutely blown out in that best of 5 final. It wasn't even close. I don't think he wants to feel that way ever again.
So what would you say are your takeaways, Chad? FaZe's CT side and this constant dynamicism we haven't always seen. It's that big stage buff, perhaps?
I like how fluid they kept it. They were constantly changing things up. There was different looks, but for me, overall, is the confidence in the type of fights that they were taking. They weren't backing down. They weren't shying away. They were very jarring. They weren't allowing Team Spirit just to execute cleanly. Another
takeaway for me is that Donk is once again completely not lost in the source of the stage. He's playing his game. It doesn't matter where he's playing. Nice start from Shiro. 2 tapped away out on the USP.
Looks like it could be both pistols for Spirit unless FaZe are able to win out a 3v5. A return to top middle.
This would be both pistols, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're bang on. Plenty of time left on the clock. FaZe would love to try and get a plant out of this. We know T-Signs, if you can just get that bomb down, it facilitates a very juicy looking second round with the Galils.
Look at Carrigan as well. He's playing the aim role in this pistol. Oh, but Magix is the one hitting the shots. Frozen doesn't need to rush this. 45 seconds. They're trying to find Carrigan and have done so. Frozen, what have you got for us? A bullet between the eyes is what he has. Both pistols for Team Spirit in our first map of this quarterfinal.
Yeah, all 5 staying alive, so tidy stuff. Can be very happy with that. And now they know it's very unlikely to see a FaZe force. Should be taking the fullest of ecos as Shiro just laid them out top middle. Magix with a tidy one as well. 4 rounds on the T side of Mirage is more than workable. Again, we'll return to the stat line of this Team Spirit roster on Mirage. Played it 11 times. They've only lost it once to Mouse. So they're very confident. This is their home turf, a reason they picked it into this major quarterfinal against what you could argue is the current Counter-Strike landscape final boss of stage matches. They've already defeated them once.
Yeah, hard to argue against that. Right now, the biggest shoes to fill conversation of Frozen. He's definitely pulled his way in the first half of play. Oh, an opportunity there. Whistles a bullet past the head of the jump spot, the anchor. And Chad, can you explain the thought process behind Chopper not investing into a weapon at all here? Is this vogue? Is this meta?
Well, he did invest. He gave it to Shiro.
Right.
So Shiro's been able to hold on to his cash so he can bring out an AWP with it into that first gun round of play.
Right.
So one individual on Spirit trying to facilitate the AWP, and Chopper just acting as a little bit of a canary in the coal mine. You can see he's just jiggling, playing for information, wants to try and see if he can set these MP9s up for the multi-kill. It is just 1 M4 on Donk, so they know the AKs are likely to come out into the next. I'll be interested to see what their CT approach is with that in mind.
This feels very reminiscent of his overpass jump spot towards the signpost. He's just jumping around, Chopper's even found one with his USP, and Dom, he's gonna take 2. So they managed to try and exhaust the nades, but look at the results. Spirit held on to everything.
Yeah, and now Shiro coming into this round had 7.8k, so more than enough money to get that AWP in his hands. If that's hand-drawn,
yeah,
bloody good job.
Very good job.
Done very well.
But yeah, just this way in which Donk likes to kind of play for info, not really going to throw his nades out without... Well, not really going to be throwing his nades out at all, especially when he's so comfortable on the crosshair. Blocking a little.
Yeah, fat in the vent from Shiro.
Yeah, well, he's got his AWP out early. Got it out lickety-split. Robs could be across ahead of Chopper's expectation here. Jiggles with the smoke. Robs starts his progression. Ooh, Chopper's getting run down. Oh! And Robs can't do it! Finished off by Frozen, but what a pick. Good work from the old lad. And now here comes Magic's up aggressive into Carrigan, testing him. Oh, and the MP9s on either extremity working wonders. Even gets the info there. You see that from Magic's.
Yeah, that is huge play, right? Didn't just run away after the opening exchange, stayed for a little bit of info, and now Donk, facilitated on a fight of his own, has been able to vacuum up a lot of this space.
Yeah, the chum is in the water, Jad. And here comes Donk.
Timing, look at this.
Oh, beautiful awareness there from Frozen. He has managed to dispatch of the hunt. Now it's a 3v3, but Magic's, his positioning, time after time, is rewarded. Not this time. Nate, shy of the mark, jumping out, could isolate these jewels. Shiro has it. Oh, not far off. Frozen with a quad kill to save FaZe Clan there. That could have got awkward in so many different ways.
And that is actually wild that they pulled that off. You don't often see Zontix making that type of a mistake, but his incendiary missed. It bounced off, landed front sight. If he had landed that, they would have been stuck in B apartments. It landed front sight directly in front of Magix, who was already low from his exchange.
Right.
And Zontix is always a safe pair of hands. The fact that he didn't land that, that stings. That leaves a massive mark. MP9's opening up the round in favor of Spirit, and they still lose the round. Those are the type of rounds that will make the difference in this series. And in this map of Mirage, that one has forced a tactical timeout out of Spirit, their third and final.
Frozen with the quad kill.
They are feeling the heat right now.
So he started with the trade. This was fantastic awareness onto the Donk push.
Yeah, and that's the thing, the Donk push, you felt it's a number advantage situation. It looked like he had them cut off at the pass, and he gave over the kill that allowed them back into the round. Now their finances are on the ropes. Spirits are in trouble.
Oh boy. Well, last time they were on the ropes, a dangerous dastardly Deeg dug them out. See how this one goes down. Round 16.
If they can't course correct immediately, those are literally the difference makers in a MR12 game of Counter-Strike. We talk opening kills, we talk pistols,
right,
and we talk, well, man disadvantage scenarios, and that's one of them.
And it was a Donk push, you know, it wasn't necessarily demanded of him. Magic's got the info, and I can understand the bloodlust. It opened the door to this 9th now being nestled next to FaZe Clan's name. Okay, so early sound cues are heard. B apartments occupied, Shiro and Chopper establish a more forward setup with a flash. Oh, and find a frag onto Frozen.
Gets his revenge. Last round he dealt with Robs, and then Frozen with the trade through the smoke. So again, an opening for Spirit, but they need to be able to convert this time round. The in-game leader in consecutive has given them a man advantage, and that's more than you can ask for.
Yeah, they threw this util from B apartments. And now more util arrives. Donk, you can see indecision, uncertain as to where he's required. 35 seconds though, this is becoming problematic for FaZe Clan. Or maybe not. Shiro down to the Brokey AWP, a decision to be made. Carrigan, yeah, they want to try and pressure A. They're leaving the lurk. He's trying to sell the fake. And he's managed to find Magic's as well. Chopper, Donk, this is it. How diligent you clear? It's Ray with a stunning headshot. And Donk good for one. Can he sweep more under the rug with only 10 seconds left? Robs has to plant. He could be wallbanged here. Brokey providing overwatch and cover. Gets it down into a 2v2. All to play for.
No kid on the retake. Time is a problem.
Brokey's got the power position. They're gonna have to go quick, go wide. He's too quick. 2 down fast with the AWP. Takes a chunk out of Zontix. 5 and 12, and his 13th death is imminent. His fate sealed by that AWP bullet. Brokey just playing with him, teasing him. That sinking feeling in his stomach, realizing there's nothing for him to do here. They're running away from him, but he's going down with the ship. It's 10 for FaZe Clan. Team Spirit's home turf.
Yeah, says he doesn't feel the pressure. Stage what? Well, right now, Zontix under pressure. This is tough now for Spirit to get back into. We already discussed the finances are on the ropes. 2 rounds consecutive, opening kills. Unable to convert. Brokey bailing them out. The AWP owner Shiro, an open doorway, the immediate react. That's the FaZe Clan we know and love. The one that doesn't second guess, the one that doesn't doubt. The one that trusts their gut. So they're breaking Spirit in map number 1 of this series. $11 a certainty.
Yeah, very comfortable for FaZe Clan. Quite the opposite for Team Spirit. Both pistols. Your map pick, and you're down 10-6.
Yeah, this speaks of a blowout. They have a deagle in the hand of Donk. That's the only real investment to worry about if you are FaZe, but it looks like they're B splitting, Alex. There's a chance for them to try and do some damage.
I would imagine Frozen becomes somewhat of a scout in towards the much lesser guarded site. But let's have a look. Oh, Chopper, a dink landed. There is a commitment of sorts here. Walking into the trap, Donk's dig onto Rain. Awkward, uncomfortable, in the flame, burned to a crisp. And look at Farragut's face. It feels like he's been thinking about this game plan for, what, 4 days now?
Probably since a month ago when he lost in the final, probably thinking how can he get his revenge.
That too.
Well, this would be one way to get it, knocking them out. But, the PGL Copenhagen major, the first CS2 major, and Team Spirit are the talk of the town. It's meant to be the year of the dragon.
That's a lot of people's expectation, a lot of people's pick'ems leaning towards Team Spirit after such a statement victory in Katowice 24. Against FaZe Clan, no less. Now Carrigan looking to find and coordinate what would be the 12th.
This looks like they're trying to sell a bit of a fake here. So you can see the bomb still over towards T-Spawn, Brokey top mid, Frozen towards B-Apps. They're forcing a reaction out of Team Spirit. And right now, because they're on the back foot, down 5 rounds, they're a little bit more skittish, right? The type of team that would be moving, searching for information, rotating in to help the bomb side.
It's a double fake. Oh my goodness, wait. So now you smoke mid-window. The mid players are blind. Rain starts his crawl into A. Down to Chopper. Good find. Good flash. No frags. Zontix is here. Everyone's here. Carrigan the one to claw it back, but there's Zontix and Donk. It's Brokey's life next on the line, and the bomb is under enemy control.
What damage can Frozen do? A very difficult clutch, but still around where he can make Spirit squirm. A kill or two, that would be great. Any more, he's done his job. Frozen the first, spotted over towards the top of ticket. Knows he's under pressure.
Donk just running at him.
Yeah, which is wild. The CT's going to need the money, but Donk needs the kill, charging him down, and that's the confidence.
Here I come.
Yeah, making no secret of it, was he? That was a serious look on the face of Donk.
It was, wasn't it?
It's not the jovial 17-year-old having a great time. I think he might have a score to settle now. 4 rounds the difference. Spirit, can they work back into this match?
Donk has managed to match the output of FaZe's highest fragger. With that, his 18th picked up. Let's see.
Just the hero AK for Ops to work with. A couple of Tech 9 to dig. Carrigan keeping it extremely light. Wanting to bait him into the fight, you could see that. Frozen making noise, so Dom's...
What?
That was a Glock?
What is going on here, Chad? They've managed to find not only the one, but the second with just a Glock. AK-47 lies idle in mid. Not like this team spirit. I was looking at the drum line, I was admiring the atmosphere, and I looked back to my screen in complete disbelief. A hero rifler who hasn't had to be the hero. It's Frozen and Carrigan to draw first blood, but they can pick this up. They can dust themselves down, right?
This is a very tough round for Spirit now. There's so many gaps they have to worry about. Someone has to step up. Someone needs a multi-kill from Spirit.
Could be Magix. He stayed very stalwart on this position. The smoke implies the crawl. Oh, he's getting swung on! It's another one! Frozen taking down Magix. This is abysmal for Team Spirit. Oh, and the precision is there. Shiro missing his orb shot. Is it really? 5 alive from FaZe Clan. It is! 5 alive and giggling, laughing on the quarterfinal stage.
That's one way to secure 12, and Carrigan likes the way that one feels. You bring in a couple of upgraded pistols, a hero AK, and you walk away with 12 rounds in your back pocket. Here's that Glock kill again. Zontix, no chance, no hope. And Spirit, they're in the bin on their map choice.
Can't quite believe the way in which that went down, Chad. That is unbelievable. Team Spirit. You said they lost Mirage once in recent history?
Yeah.
Once? Against Maus, I believe, was what Chatty B was telling me, but now we find ourselves one round away from FaZe joining that list. Jiggle spot, double forward setup of ramp. Mid is definitely under FaZe's remit. Bombs in spawn. Just a free day right now in the jailbreak server for FaZe. Uh-oh, that's a barrel, and that's a setup, a crossfire erected with Zontix on the bricks. He's a dead man jumping, spotted by Rain, baited by Rain, and, well, it's Carrigan's day in the sun. Walking straight past him, trigger discipline here on Shiro. This is naughty. Getting them both would be very important. Instead, it's a 3v3. He slipped away CT.
The bomb's still loose. Look how far away it is from either bomb site.
Well, this is a very unusual round. I'll let you digest this one as Carrigan takes down Shiro. Another frag for Carrigan, 20 frags deep. He got a drive-by Glock in the previous, now a triple kill to twist the knife and stamp out Team Spirit's Mirage.
Zontix could maybe finally find some impact in this game.
Oh, that's impactful. A beautiful headshot found. Brokey's hunting him, and yeah, down he goes. 10 seconds though. Where's the plant, lads? Carrigan. He's going to get it down just in time, covered by Brokey, and what a long-range burst. It's Brokey to close it out. FaZe Clan with a statement in the first lap of this quarterfinal. Look at them, so amped up.
And they've gone up against the top dog right now on Carrigan's home soil. Map number 1 is in the bag. It's their map up next.
Shot. I can get you to window after.
Big chance has up still, okay?
Ready? Swing it wide here, okay?
We're gonna end the
Ready?
I
Go.
don't see him in the... Maybe out short.
Fancy shot.
Yeah,
I
smoke
smoke
David.
was yes, Haro. Come on.
We should smoke jungle and split A, no?
We can, yeah.
Big chance up on A.
can
Let's
you
move down
go-
now. He might be ticket peeking now, careful. We should
I'll
wait
go
out the
one
smoke.
block here, I'll go short. We're gonna split con.
Yeah. Come to
Wait
the
out, wait out the ramp smoke. Big chance
Oh, you
up.
can smoke
Peek,
top
peek.
con, the finger split B and you walk through it. I think it's fucking good. Do like that.
Sure.
Smoke top con.
Smoking corner.
Yeah, then walk in after.
I'll walk stairs.
Yeah. Be short,
Walk
right side.
short now. Shot,
Dead.
I'm picking B. That's all bomb.
That's a B player, Maybe B
I'm
clear.
checking B. I'm checking B now. I'm running.
seconds,
Don't see
30
anything A. Don't see anything A.
Big saves.
Shot
Big
is
saves. Big saves.
B side, B side. Sound. B side.
One is for jungle.
Sound.
Fucking sick, man!
This is FaZe Clan!
Let's fucking go, man!
Nice, David, Robin.
Thank you.
The world is changing quickly.